Everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Lucas, aka 3 Point Spanish King, and today I've got a very special video. Today we're going to talk about the red ball cricket ball, especially the kookaburra. This is a regulation kookaburra cricket ball that I've used in the nets. It is around 30 to 25 overs old. I've used this in the nets bowling. No batsman, concrete square with a mat over it, and a wicket, nothing too special. But I'm here to tell you what the origin of the pink ball, the pink cricket ball was, where it came from, who set up the idea, and who was the First Nations to use it, and what difference, this cricket ball compared to other cricket balls have. Durability, of course, and all the other specs to this pink ball. So we'll get straight into this video. We'll start where this idea came from, and we'll start with the idea of the pink ball. It was made by the ICC, English Cricket Board. They wanted an idea to bring Test match cricket, the crowds to Test match cricket. How do we stop, dying crowds in Test nations like West Indies, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India, where it's dominated by T20? How can we bring Test match cricket back to them? And how can we get people talking about Test match cricket while bringing in a revolution idea? And the ECB and the ICC came up with this, a pink cricket ball. For Test match cricket, especially for day-night Test match cricket. They came up with an idea, radical idea. They wanted to experiment with it, and they originally thought, what can we do to bring day-night Test match cricket to the Test match scene? So originally they started with an orange ball in the women's matches, in the England international women's matches. And then they started it in their domestic season with an orange ball. Now, that got a lot of negative reviews. For some reason, players couldn't see the seam. It was very hard to pick up under light. I've never bowled with that, but I find that a little bit weird because I've seen it on TV. I've seen it under light, even though I haven't bowled with it. I thought it was just as good as a pink ball, but that's just me. Again, I haven't bowled with it. I haven't batted against it. So I can't tell. I can only tell you what I know. I want to try to give as much possible correct information as I can. So I don't know why they changed it from the orange ball, but that didn't work. So they decided to try with a pink ball. And as you can see, this is just a regulation. It's in a 4 or 2 piece ball. It's just a simple regulation. I don't bowl with it in the nets. I don't play cricket at the moment. I'm just a net bowler, so a cricket ball like this will cost you about $40-50. A 4-piece turf cricket ball they use in proper Test matches will cost you around $110-120 for the kookaburra, and I'm not going to pay that just to bowl it in the nets. But like I said, they came up with this plan. They changed the ball, they changed the colour of the seam, and they experimented in the Women's League and in the English County, the domestic football tournament. And then they added it to other leagues. I know South Africa and Pakistan tried it. And, players were really positive with this. India took some time to get used to it. They weren't up to it as other nations. They tried this ball in the Sheffield Shield, and that got a lot of positive reviews. And, after it was tried, ICC got together and said, all right, who wants to use this ball in a day-night Test match? Straight away, Cricket Australia, why not us? We're gonna do it. We want to bring day-night Test cricket to the crowds of Australia, and heaven behold, the first day-night Test match was against New Zealand in 2015 at the Adelaide Oval. And interesting Test match. First session was pretty easy for batting, but as the game went on, the night session was the most difficult section for the batsman. Not visible wise. You can tell this ball You can tell. You can easily see this ball in the night on your TVs. It's like an airport beacon. It just lights up. Magnificent looking cricket ball. But because of the night time, it just swings like crazy. We've seen Mitchell Starkey is probably the best pink bowler in the world with the pink kookaburra ball. Get massive swing. We saw James Anderson come over for the Ashes. You know, he doesn't do well in the Ashes in English conditions of the kookaburra ball. Used this ball, picked up a 5-wicket haul straight away. So, massive swing in the night session. So, as I said, Australia and New Zealand, they were the first nations to try it. Australia won that test match. Other nations got to use it. They were keen in it. South Africa and Zimbabwe had a test match. A 4-day test match with this pink kookaburra ball. India and Bangladesh had a day-night test match with this cricket ball. New Zealand's had matches with the cricket ball. In England, they've had matches with the pink cricket ball, and in UAE with Pakistan, they've used this pink cricket ball. Now, for reference, I've got a red cricket ball here. We're going to talk about how's it different and durability. Now, here's a red kookaburra ball here, same as this regulation. It's not a 4 or 2 piece. Now, as you can see, all the writing is mostly gone from this ball. This is the same 25 to 30 over ball. Again, no one's hit this ball in the nets, just a concrete slab trying to aim for the wicket. As you can see, massive difference. You can see a little bit of shine across here. But with the kookaburra ball, you can clearly see the kookaburra. With here, it's been faded off. And on this side, you know, all the writing on here. And no writing on here. Same over. So the pink kookaburra ball is more durable. As you can tell with red kookaburra balls, they get changed probably every 15-20 overs. There's always some complaints. This ball lasts longer. It's more durable. It's more easier to see, in my opinion. In the daytime, it can be a little bit tricky, but this is the perfect ball for day-night test cricket. Now, as you can see, the feel of it. Personally, I'm a bowler. I find this much more easier to use than any other cricket balls. You know, I've used the white kookaburra cricket ball. I've used obviously the red one. I find this the more easy way to control. You bowl your leg cutters, your off cutters. I can't bowl off cutters or leg cutters, but I find this the seam position much more easier to control than the red cricket ball. And as you can see, with the Duke's pink cricket ball, it's actually very lighter than the kookaburra ball, which is reverse in the red ball. The red kookaburra ball is much more lighter than the Duke's red ball in England. That's more darker. So it's a reverse here with this colour of this cricket ball. This is more darker, and the English ball, the Duke's ball, is much more lighter. Now we've seen a lot of spin. We saw Axel Patel take 5 wickets on Wank Turners, and people were quite confused. You know, were confused of how much this cricket ball spins. Now, for reference, we got this white kookaburra ball. This pink ball was not supposed to be like this. This is specially made for day-night cricket, for ODI cricket. It's a one-off ball, you know, for day-night cricket. This isn't supposed to be this. This cricket ball here is supposed to be a carbon copy of the red ball. So it's swing, it's spin, it's reverse swing. It's supposed to be exactly the same this, except for it's pink. So it was never meant to be a different ball. It was never meant to be as you know, the white ball. You know, durability of the white ball is very poor. You can see after 50 overs that ball gets completely smashed in because, you know, it's an ODI tournament. It gets hit more. It gets smashed all over the park. And, you know, and this pink ball isn't really meant for that. It's the same as a red ball, just pink, just so it can be seen at night time. Now, in the night time, we've seen this ball majorly swing in Australia. I think personally a lot to do that is because in Australia, when it goes down, it gets very cool, the air temperature goes down, and it gets a lot of more airflow, the ball to swing. and that's why we see a lot of wickets in the night session. You know, like I said with James Anderson, swinging it all over the place, and you know, his record in Australia isn't that great, but with this pink ball in Adelaide in the Ashes, he was swinging it all over the place. Picked up a 5-wicket haul, bowled very, very well, and it's just a perfect bowling cricket ball in the night session in Australia. Now, you don't see that much with India. Now, with the SG ball, we saw Yamish Yadav and Ishant Sharma swing that ball dramatically against Bangladesh in the daytime when they opened the bowling. And it didn't swing as much in the night time, probably because in India, the temperature still remains very hot. Even when the sun goes down and there's still humidity, it doesn't get as cool in Australia, you know, in their summertime, as it does in India. You know, it still stays pretty warm. So the airflow's got to do with that. But we've seen, hopefully one day, this is on personal opinion, one day I hope this ball replaces the red ball. We don't have to have day-night Test match cricket. We don't have to have everyone has to be a day-night Test match. Just replace the red ball with this pink ball, because mainly, you know, with the red ball we have to come off a bad light. You know, it can be very ridiculous at times. You don't have a problem with this because, as you can see, you know, I got a little bit of light. Just by doing that, the red ball is much more darker than the pink ball. So you can tell straight away which is the pink ball, which is the red ball. And that's what it's supposed to be. It was never supposed to be a different ball like the ODI cricket ball. It's just supposed to be a carbon copy of the red cricket ball. Same leather, same seam position, but it's pink, you know. Obviously, red cricket ball, there's white seam. Pink one has kind of green seam or black. And it's just supposed to be a carbon copy of this. And we've seen more nations, you know, warm up to it. Like I said, India, they were hesitant at first about it, but they really wanted to use this. They really wanted to try this, and hopefully, you know, in their tour against Australia coming up, that they'll have a day-night Test match and they'll use that SG ball. And you know, and plus, you know, the ICC wanted to bring crowds to Test match cricket. We've seen when India played Bangladesh, you know, in Eden Gardens, the crowd, you know, was absolutely packed. We saw that in the day-night Test matches in Australia, crowds absolutely packed. So the crowd are very welcome to day-night Test match cricket. They think it's very special, and it is very special. It's a very unique setup. You know, who would have thought we'd be playing day-night Test match with a pink cricket ball? Unheard of. You know, 15, 20 years ago, you think it would never happen. But, you know, with modern technology and all that, you know, these things happen. So, as I said, I prefer this cricket ball. I find it more controlling than the red run. I find it much more easy to swing. The seam's much more smoother than the white and the red one, and so it just allows it for extra control. Other bowlers might have different preferences. They might like the red one, they might like the white one, but I like using this. I think this is the best cricket ball that I've used. It's my favourite cricket ball. No, I haven't used the SG pink ball, and I haven't used the Duke's cricket ball, so I can't assume anything. I have to give you facts. I find this the best cricket ball to use. And when you're in the nets, this is a very important thing. When you're in the nets as a bowler and you want to try these cricket balls, make sure they're manufactured cricket balls. They're the proper brand. You don't have to buy a 4-piece, $120, you know, regulation turf cricket ball they use in Test matches for nets. You don't have to do that, but at least make it Kookaburra, at least make it SG, at least make it Dukes. You know, you don't want to bowl in nets with third-party manufacturers, or you use the same manufacturer if possible. I know it's be a bit more expensive, but make sure you use the same manufacturer as you would when you're bowling in a game, to get used to the swing, to get used to the leather, to get used to the seam position, and just make it more comfortable. you know, for you to control it, because it's nothing worse, you know, bowling with a Puma ball when you got it all over the place and you think, gee, I'm pretty good with this ball. You go to another ball, you go to a proper quicker ball, and you don't get that same result. You know, there's nothing worse than that. And you start to question your own mind. You start to question your mental game, your physical game. You know, maybe I can't swing it after all. No, please use the same manufacturer as you would in a match day simulation, in a match day, because that's what it is, match day simulation. You know, if you're using a Kookaburra ball in a game, you know, nothing better than match simulation. Use this in the nets. It doesn't have to be pink or white or red, whatever you want. Just make sure it's the same manufacturer, because they use the same leather, the same seam, and you know, it's just better experience for you guys. So just make sure you really pay attention to that. And so basically this is my review of the pink Kookaburra ball, the one that they use in Australia, South Africa, anywhere except for England, West Indies and India. So the most common brand of cricket ball, the Kookaburra. So just a little review, you know, nothing, half an hour, no 40 minutes. So that was my review. Please make sure to hit like and subscribe on this channel. Got any other questions to ask about this ball, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share to all your friends. So thank you very much for that. You know, my name is Lucas, 3-point Spanish King. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I answered some of your questions regarding this cricket ball. So thank you so much, and take care. Thank you.